Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to the G.I.SEATS official podcast. We have our co-host here, Muhammad Bilal, Saif Adil, myself, Ali Kamlani, and we have Muhammad Usman Khan behind the camera. Our first guest of G.I.SEATS podcast, Maulana Ahyan Yoonas. Born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. Our first guest, born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. Inshallah, I'm gonna let co-host Saif take it.
I'm the co-guest, by the way, guys.
He's irrelevant.
I don't know who he is.
He's irrelevant.
It's fine.
I'm gonna drive them home, so I'm kind of
Nah, we have a car.
Okay, there you go.
All right. So, we're gonna start off small. What is an incident? It could be funny. It doesn't have to be. That you would like to share during your HIPS class experience or your college experience that you recently finished. Anything. It doesn't have to be funny, but it could be.
Incidents.
HIPS class. You had like 3 Wi-Fi.
Any incidents. I know you got some.
That's getting cut up.
Man. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
His class was funny. I remember there was one time where someone threw a ping pong racket at me and they missed.
Was it your teacher?
No, it wasn't the teacher. It was someone else.
So you were a good student that means.
I was a very good student in HIPS. Actually, I was
So
a nerd.
why was it thrown at you then?
Huh?
Why was it thrown at you then?
Because I was a good student.
Oh,
Were you
they
like
didn't
that? Were you like the unlikable child? in
Exactly.
class?
I was the 10-year-old that did more subject than anybody
Was it
in the
Anik?
class except like one guy.
Was it
They
Anik?
all
It
never
was
liked
probably
Was it
Anik.
Anik? Was it
Yeah, it was
Anik?
probably
It
Anik.
wasn't Anik.
Anik just had a
We do not
straight-
say
I
names,
think
bro.
He's not gonna see this.
I don't
He's
say,
definitely gonna
I don't
see
say
this,
names.
This
on
is
this
going to the
podcast.
movie.
But no, I remember there was a ping pong racket was thrown. I think it missed me or missed someone. It was just thrown in the middle of the classroom.
Okay.
Aimball was turned off for sure.
Yeah.
Were there any after effects on your like mental?
No, I mean,
So-
I did sub up.
I have a question.
You did something
just to
that's a
give
good
just to
sign.
give the audience perspective of how old you really are. How long ago is this?
This is
It's more than a decade ago.
like 2014.
2014.
Yeah, dude, it's been a while. It's been 11 years.
So,
That means you guys weren't born in 2014.
It didn't affect you that much because we're good today.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
2014. I was watching
Sure.
Blade Blades. and
Sure.
playing Legos.
I was sure
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. It was fuzzy.
Let's
I
get
was,
to
like,
juicy stuff,
10 at the
bro.
time.
You're almost
I remember a ping
40
pong racket
and you're not
being
married.
Don't smack the
Yeah.
table.
When so, let's be real. When is the marriage happening?
thrown. When is it married?
Real talk. Real talk.
Real talk.
Man.
Any prospects?
This is the deep part of G.I.SEATS.
Listen.
G.I.SEATS.
All right, we gotta listen.
Listen.
There is something called qadar.
Allah subhanallah.
So give it time. Once Allah once.
How much time? Yom
Yeah, I was about to
Al-Qiyamah?
say, it's been a lot of time.
It has been a lot of time.
Brother.
I've heard there were options presented already.
Whoa.
Yo,
Can we get
brother,
can we get like, you know,
brother.
inside info?
Can we get verified sources?
Listen, this discussion ends here. When it happens, it'll happen.
It's already happened though.
Soon, inshallah.
We all know it's already
Inshallah.
happened.
Everybody say inshallah.
I know it's already happened.
Let's take a quick break from the main guest
For our
and let's go to the
sponsors.
co-guest.
Oh,
Co-guest.
okay.
So there's a trending picture of you
Yeah.
at Mist.
Yeah.
2-hour-long convo at one table.
Mm.
You wanna give us some inside
How
info?
would you
Some
respond to the
context.
accusations?
You know,
Is this AI generated image or is it like legit?
let me ask you something. Do I have a beard?
No.
Yes.
No.
Is this not a beard?
That's
No.
not a
Yes,
beard.
that's not-
Do I have facial hair?
Yes.
A bit, yeah.
I don't have facial hair in that picture. It's not me.
Oh,
that's not him.
So do razors not exist?
I actually have. Sorry. Can't.
Do shaving materials
I
exist?
totally don't know.
That's wrong.
Are you sure about that? Have you seen your
Shaving
face?
is haram?
Have you, no,
I
I'm saying,
understand.
have you seen your face though?
All right, guys. Let's get back to.
Alright, let's go
Let's get back to the
Yeah,
question.
let's go back to the
Sorry.
Alright, question number 2.
That was
Alright,
your hooping career.
so
by the
Ahyan.
way.
Hey, chill.
Let's talk about your hooping
Chill.
career. After college just fell
All
off.
right, guys.
All
We're
right,
running out of
guys.
time. We're running out of time. Question two. What are your thoughts on the concept of aura and do you think you have aura and who has the most aura at GIC in your opinion?
Hell no.
It's a great question.
Let's start at the beginning. What do you think of the concept of aura? Like, what do you
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on
The
it?
concept of aura.
Let's be real.
It depends how you define aura. What's the
How
difference?
do you define aura?
I asked you the question first.
You're the okay.
You know,
I think we're the host
No,
here.
we
I
had-
think we're the host
I-
here.
I'll give you the inside info. We had this conversation one time. I said, "What is aura?" He looked at me and pointed at me and said, "You."
I think that's BS.
Chill with the table
Right.
smacking. Chill with the table smacking, guys.
My bad. It's me expressing
I really
myself.
thought it was.
Okay.
Look, aura it is a concept in the general sense. There's an idea of something like a person has a presence when they walk in. You know, you feel somebody like, like
Like me.
when like a big scholar walks in, or like the president walks in, there's like a presence to the guy.
Yo,
But,
everyone just shifts towards.
yeah,
him,
but
right?
the question is what makes an aura? And the thing is, in our day and age, y'all's use of the word aura is wrong. It doesn't make someone's ghetto. They have aura apparently. All of a
I
sudden,
don't.
you
Is
know?
this
I don't
your
agree with
worldly
that, man.
perspective or your
This-
Islamic
this
perspective?
is
I was about to say, what's the Islamic perspective on aura?
on aura, brother.
'Cause I feel like it's definitely the thing. Like the prophet had aura.
I define
that's
he had aura.
aura. From my understanding, aura is presence. When you walk in, everyone looks at you.
Like the prophet.
Sallallahu
He had aura. Nowadays,
That's how I understand aura.
do you think
to
Trump
be.
has aura?
Trump? Hell no.
You stay with politics.
Yo,
Everybody
no
looks at his
politics
aura.
right now. I have a question. I have a
I shouldn't have
question.
said that.
I have a
I'm gonna
question.
get
What do you
hit,
think
man.
about Mr. Lean's aura?
He doesn't know who that is.
Mr.
He's
Lee.
not online like that. He has
Mr.
no
Lee.
He has no
Yo,
idea.
how about
I'm
second? The
sorry,
second.
How about TikTok?
Yo,
The second part of the question was.
Second part of the question
was, do you think you have aura?
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone has some aura, just
But
with
what are the
different
levels?
levels, right?
Yeah,
so
now-
where-
now-
where's
I'm
your
getting-
level?
I-
Are you
aura-
in the negative
aura
range or
is
like-
subjective in the sense
Go.
of depending where you walk in. Now, if somebody like Samir walks into GIC, it's aura. Man walks anywhere else, nobody knows.
According to-
I like that. I like
Okay,
that.
I base
That's
aura
good.
off the way they smell.
You have
That's
it.
why
You're
you have
Indian,
it.
bro.
You
Chill.
stay.
That's why you're behind the camera. He's behind the
You're
camera.
Indian, bro. It's okay.
And so, an aura is context to context, right? So,
I see.
Okay.
who has the most aura as GIC? It's
That's the last part of the question.
GIC, sorry.
I think Samir has a gun
Mom
belt
for
out.
what?
Yeah.
I would say, hear me out.
OG.
Confirmed
Mom
answer.
for
Mario
what?
Abdul Father's up there though.
Yo, he is.
Yes.
He's definitely top
brother,
3.
Imam for what?
Definitely.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
Imam
go
Fuad. I haven't
ahead,
seen
list
Imam
your
Fuad
top
on
The
three.
video.
goat, the
Right.
goat of
Problem is-
GIC.
Like, what's
Top
your top
five,
three?
top
You got
five,
Imam
top
Fuad.
Problem is Sheikh Abdul
Top
Qadir.
5
Top
aura
five.
people at
He's
GIC.
not only at GIC.
So in no particular
was
order,
only-
just
yeah,
five
top
of the
GIC,
top
yeah, yeah.
people off the top of my
Let him
head.
cook, let him
top
cook.
aura.
So the list is subject to change.
Mm.
Imam Fawad,
Mm.
Clive Abdul Qadir.
Mm. Yourself.
No, not really.
Okay.
But
The co-host, obviously the co-host,
How about
right?
Matib now, right? Yeah, let me get top 3. Top 3.
Top three.
Top three.
He doesn't want to insult anyone.
Let's
No,
move
no,
on to
no
the next
particular-
I mean,
question.
he low-key
He's
already
just trying to
said
say
me,
my
so
name.
like, you're
He's
lucky.
not trying to say
He
my
low-key
name.
already said my name. So like,
Let me get the third question. Third question.
Third question. Now you got it.
alright.
Ali
Our
Kamani, by the way.
third and
Not
Second
not
not
final,
even close
second to
final.
last
Second to
question.
last.
No, not at all. No, nowhere near.
But we've already
Alright.
been going for a long time.
What's a hobby
We're
or
going-
passion that you take pride in that not many people know about?
basketball?
No, people know I have a basketball. Though. It's not
Do
really
they,
a hobby.
do they
He's a
know?
no-
Do they know you're good at basketball?
I'm not good at basketball.
He's a shooter, guys. Steph Curry's his
He hit some threes
inspiration.
this morning.
What's
He
a
also
hobby
is-
that I'm doing that people are not aware of?
Poetry.
Poetry.
I'm not good at poetry.
I've seen some of the OG friends.
Yo, ping pong. Hell no, you trash.
No, ping pong was
I
decent, but
smoke
it's not.
Ahyan ping pong.
Yeah, everyone knows about
It's
that.
not really
though.
a
Give us.
hobby.
Yo, the lights are out. Somebody get paid the
Hey,
bill.
yo,
Yo,
turn
yo,
the flash on,
hold
turn the
on,
flash
hold
on,
on,
put the
hold on.
flash on,
Jesse's
put the
not
flash on.
canceled
Yeah,
yet.
she's
Everybody turn their
Yeah,
flash on.
we're in the hood.
Turn the flash on.
Everybody put their flash on.
We're good.
We're good.
Put it upwards. Face it upwards.
turn the
Not towards the
flash on.
camera.
Somebody forgot to pay the electricity bill.
up?
It's okay.
Yo,
Yeah,
shit.
I
Camera-
This is an
camera
opportunity for you to sponsor G.I.SEATS. We need funding.
Guys, we're gonna start a GoFundMe account.
We need a
starting
tripod
tomorrow.
too. This is recorded on
We
like.
need a
Roblox.
tripod as well. Yeah. He's
Wait,
correct.
don't flash it towards
it like.
Don't flash it towards the camera.
Shining
Flash it
it.
towards each other.
Flash it towards everybody. Everybody flash towards me.
not.
No, not you. Literally around me.
Break.
Oh,
Towards me,
wait.
towards
Can we
me.
see? How's the camera looking?
Alright, we're good. We're good.
Just don't flash it
When do you
towards the
want-
camera.
Okay, not towards the
No,
camera.
me,
Yeah.
me,
Don't
me.
flash it towards
Alright, we're good. We're good.
I'm-
Let's
I'm
keep
good.
going.
Put this in here.
Man, so what would you say is the hobby? Flying.
I'm,
move your
I'm a
arm.
nerd, bro. I just do.
Everybody knows that.
There
though.
was
He
a
wants to say tune. Everybody knows
there
that.
was a time where I used to be really into computers. So I was all about like, I'll spend time like, you know that there's a website called like buildyourownpc.com or something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, hell no.
I used to spend like
My
hours on that,
childhood.
just like trying different processors with like different GPUs.
So you know all the
like
GPUs.
I used to. I don't know what's going on now, but that was.
Was it like not in your budget or something?
Yeah, but he couldn't
Nowadays,
afford
he
it.
just sees
Daydreamed
Apple and
about
buys
it?
it. He sees Apple and buys it now. That's it.
no, brother.
Apple fanboy.
Everything Apple.
Everything Apple.
That's all I have.
Watch
bro.
Apple, phone Apple, AirPods Apple,
Everything.
and laptop Apple.
And his logic is it's worth it if you
Allah
say
Mubarak,
that.
Allah Mubarak.
That is true. I remember that. I put you onto that. I remember.
Sony XM6.
I
though.
remember that.
Yeah. No,
That's
I mean,
$20
hey man, it works.
Everything else, yeah.
Alright.
Walmart quality.
Moving on to the fourth question. So, what I've heard from your cousins is that you're the golden standard that they all try to meet.
Which cousin said that?
How
Which
does it feel to be the
Six.
golden standard, and
That was
how do you
probably
think?
Hassan.
And do you think you set the bar too high for your cousins?
Hell yeah.
100% now I'm reaching that. I'm joking.
Guys,
Are you
No,
the
it's
OG?
this
like,
is my chance to prove
see,
him wrong.
See, I low-key
I'ma lock in
feel
tomorrow.
bad because like in DC culture,
Trust.
like the firstborn is usually like they expect expect so much from the firstborn, then he sets like a standard. Everyone
Yeah.
like, and then every time they look at your cousin and look at blah blah blah. I feel bad. I don't have a brother, so like they don't. My sisters don't receive that, but like I guarantee these
I
guys
don't
hear it all the time.
receive
He doesn't want to receive it. I know he does, but I know
It's
they
okay.
get, and
I also
I
give
feel
them
bad
choice.
because like I know my faults. I'm just like, yeah, it's cool.
I can heavily relate to that.
Will they reach it? I mean, I don't know. I think everyone's gonna do something different.
Maybe.
That's crazy.
In terms of success, do you think any of them will reach you?
You think Omar has the best chance?
Absolutely not. Omar single-handedly.
subjective.
Omar, if he locks in,
I think
he
Omar's
could.
talented. Omar's
He
talented.
is. He's definitely-
Omar's talented.
He's like that one
Omar-
autistic kid who
But
has a
he's
special
putting his
talent.
talent into the
Yeah,
wrong
we gotta
thing.
cut that part out.
Definitely cut that.
We're cutting that
Cut that out. I know how we can
Omar is
cancel.
like Jordan Poole. On the right team, he's important, but he's on the Wizards
See,
right
I don't know
now.
anything
And he
about
He's
gets
like Jordan Poole. He's like Jordan
he's on
Poole
no
if there were
team.
no baddies.
He's
in the
out of the
court.
league right now.
He's
He's gonna
Chill
come
with
back.
the baddies.
He's like Jordan Poole if no baddies are on the
We're
court.
cutting that out too. All right, we're
Is
cutting
that
that
OG
out.
Nebu's 26?
All right.
Go see he is there. I'll tell you
Let's keep it
that.
moving.
Let him
I
go,
think
let him
this has
go.
to be
Alright.
Rob. Okay.
Doesn't have to be about
We can
you,
leave.
but what is the most oral lost moment you've witnessed in the masjid?
Well, like,
in general.
during
Or like during
Salah.
Salah in the masjid. In the
Or
masjid.
a lost moment.
But
Yeah,
you've
like-
witnessed it could
Like you
Oh,
see some
man.
unk during Salah.
That's okay.
or
So I'm
gone.
gonna give you a story. No particular names. If you know this person, you know this person.
You know,
right?
don't ask for being
So this was
Exactly.
in Ramadan. No, it's not. This was in Ramadan, and
How many years ago?
It was Imam Fuad. Imam Fuad went up there. It was the last day of Ramadan. So
Oh,
Imam Saab went up there, and he was like, "Yeah, you know, like come to the masjid, please." Like his usual like
Yeah.
last night, you know.
Yeah.
And someone comes up to him. This brother, Allah knows what he was thinking, but he comes up there. And he's just like, "Man, Imam Saab, bro, like you said a daif hadith." And so what you said was wrong.
In front of everybody.
And so you go out there and tell people that it was a wrong hadith. I'm like, my God,
What's the diet for these?
stupid.
The lowest one.
Basically, it's
He's
on
about to
the
ask you a
weaker
question.
side of what
It's
it's
literally, it just means
And so he was
Okay.
he was like, Imam Saab, why did you say this? You should have told people it was this. I'm like, bro, get out of here. Who are you?
This is coming from Maulana
He
Saab.
was
9 years of.
he was like demanding it. I'm like, bro,
Just gotta let.
are you okay?
like, you have nothing here, bro.
and what was embarrassing to me was that like
Embarrassing is a strong word.
I felt embarrassed on his behalf.
So you felt secondhand
because
embarrassment.
I asked him, I was like,
Interesting.
can you define what daif is? And he's just like, it's weak. I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, daif. I'm like,
That's definitely oral loss.
I was like, bro, this
How
guy.
long ago was this?
Unnamed time. This was 2 years ago. Yeah,
Unnamed time 2 years ago.
It was a while ago, but
It was the last night of Ramadan 2 years ago.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just gotta listen to these.
You know who you are.
No, this was more than 2 years ago.
But it was a very oral loss moment.
Was this for
Uh,
everybody else too, or just in private?
Another oral loss moment. Let's see. There was the one that came to mind. I forgot it.
But that's for one.
Airball,
Yes,
airball.
I want to hear that.
How many more
Fine,
questions
okay.
are there? How many questions are there?
A few more.
Two more? Let's
We're trying to keep it short. The first
Let's take
podcast.
kind of
you know.
long. But
Yeah, we're gonna have to
It's gonna be a lot of
cut
edits.
this
Speed it
up
up.
into the small
Yeah, yeah,
pieces.
what's the last
Yeah, you guys-
Okay.
let's
No. Let's do the last two. It's
That's
it's
it,
first
okay.
podcast.
So, what are your thoughts on the masjid ASMR unks? If you know, you know.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's an interesting.
Allah.
That might get us canceled by Jesse.
If this
The
goes on
ASMR
Facebook,
unks.
the uncles
We should
will
probably
come
skip
after
this
you.
question.
out of respect for us being on GSE.
Yeah, let's skip this. Let's skip this
I'm being
question.
funded by this.
This
uncle,
question.
so
Well, we're not funded
We're
at all.
not- we're not funded at all.
see,
They provided the table.
the table.
They provided the
This
G.I.SEATS.
is funded by those uncles.
G.I.SEATS.
The ASMR uncles, bro.
So yeah, I will decline to answer.
Hey, make sure you don't cut that out.
Cut
Keep that in there. Keep that in there.
Don't cut that out.
Uncles, we love you. Please, you fund the masjid, please.
No, forget the Mushroom Fund GISE's podcast.
Fund the masjid first.
The Mushroom has enough funding. How about this? All you rich uncles.
Yo, chill. We're gonna get
I don't
canceled.
care.
bro. We're gonna get canceled.
Uncles,
Chill.
just please come to the masjid.
Take advice from Maulana Saab.
All right, last question.
Guys, last and final question. Who in this group is the Eid volunteer that disappears when it's time to clean up? You know, they take all the benefits,
Bro,
the food for
who
the
even
volunteers.
Usman Khan
You know,
behind
nah,
the camera.
no,
I'll give you a little hint.
Um,
It's a man standing behind the camera.
Oh, yeah,
Our
that's
co-host.
right.
Move the camera.
That's
Move the camera.
right.
Our co-host.
you know, Usman's interesting. I saw. No. Because I'll tell you one moment about Usman, and he gained aura like this. One time, was it? I forget which event it was.
I don't even know.
It was it was
Eid Bazaar?
Eid Bazaar event.
Yeah.
I remember I walked in, right? And we had his class, and I'm sitting there, and I see like this guy walking around with the vest and like a walkie-talkie, and he's actually doing stuff. Like he's not just.
I
like,
do not remember that. No,
He's
I,
not just
I was there and I don't remember
I have
that.
no
No,
clue
no.
what he's talking about.
Like I remember like he walked in like I need to get this stuff. And I'm like, are you Usman? And he's just like, yeah. I'm like, No. There's no way you can be Osman. There's no way you're actually doing
Let
work
me tell you
as
something.
Osman.
Just to be clear, he was walkie-talking me
You guys
telling me
are
to
only
go
saying
get lunch.
this. You guys
He
are
was saying go
biased.
get lunch.
Ask somebody.
It's an improvement.
Ask an unbiased person about me who doesn't know me. They'll say I'm a hard worker. They'll say
That's cap. That's
you know,
cap,
I'm
cap,
the face
cap,
of
cap,
Sunday
cap,
school
cap.
GICU.
That's not a good face to be.
That's an insult to send me out.
I'm such a hard worker that they made me the
Listen,
face.
listen.
Okay,
If
as
you're
someone
if you're part of Sunday school, you cannot be part of GI.SEATS anymore.
No, let me tell you something. Let me tell you a story.
That's the
Let me tell you about a story.
bylaw rule number
Let
one.
me tell you a story
I
about
got
Osman.
you.
Someone from your school
Yeah,
once that I knew. Okay?
yeah,
He came up
Cut
to
that
me.
part.
He said, "Do you know Usman Khan?" Okay.
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, I know him." He's like, "Are you his friend?"
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, he's my good friend. I've known him for a while." He said, "He's the most sped kid I've ever seen." No.
Who?
Enter Peachy Ridge High School.
Name it. Name that.
I'm
Who is
not
that?
dropping names.
Who is
We're
that?
not naming
No
we don't
name
name
drop.
drop on
No
GI.
name
Since we're
drop.
speaking
Is this
about
over the
Osman
A?
Khan, I would like to point out Osman Khan had one aura moment that was such a big loss that he didn't think I knew about. Basically,
let's hear this.
there was a point where there was like a certain female interested in Osman Khan. Right?
Yo, what kind of this out?
Brother,
What
brother,
kind of
brother,
this out?
brother,
What kind of this
brother,
out?
brother,
This
That's what I'm
is
saying.
getting-
I will get.
This
This
is
is
getting cut
GICEATS
out.
It was a gain of aura, but a loss of aura at the same time.
This is getting cut
I
out
know
the
what he's talking
podcast.
about.
by the way.
I have another one related.
So he was
Everything-
trying to
everything-
she was trying to just say salam. She was just trying to say salam. You know, how are you doing?
This is getting cut out the podcast.
She
That's what
taps
it is.
Osman on the shoulder.
Oh.
Osman takes
That's
a look,
cap.
looks back, and from what I heard, he was watching a video on killer whales. During class.
I heard
so,
the story.
So it's an aura gain in the sense that he brushed her off, but at the same time it's like
You're watching Killer Whales.
killer
That's
whales.
though.
Yo,
No,
first
I
of
gotta
all,
know.
I genuinely, this is gonna get cut out the podcast. So
Yeah, he's the editor. You can't do it.
So,
He's the
first
editor.
of all,
I think
they
that's
weren't
raps. I think
tapping
that's
you on
raps.
the
We'll talk
shoulder.
about
You know
Osman
what?
another day. We'll
I
talk about
noticed
Osman
him.
another
I already
day.
noticed him looking at my screen.
But you avoided
It was,
it, huh?
first of all,
Wrap it up.
mantis rays.
We'll wrap it up.
Mantis rays.
Okay, thank
What
you.
about the
Thank you
film
for watching GIC podcast.
Okay.
Hi.
Jazzy
Not
podcast.
Sylvie.
Okay, so
Where's
say
the
Okay,
Yemeni-
guys,
where's the
you
Yemeni
gotta sign
coffee?
them off. You have to sign
Where's
them
the
off.
Yemeni coffee?
This is our first GICEATS podcast. You know, it was very low budget. We kept it like very minimal.
We're all broke. Yeah, we are broke as hell.
No,
We are
because-
broke.
I
We're
was
starting a
working.
Because we're
GoFundMe
down to
tomorrow.
earth. We're down to earth.
We're down to earth. We're humble. Follow the sunnah of the Prophet.
Sallallahu
But you know, inshallah, we'll
extravagant.
improve once we get more followers.
No,
We don't need a
Inshallah.
podcast mic.
This was our
Inshallah.
first guest, Ahyan
We're not
Yoonas.
First guest, Maulana Ahyan
Ahyan, any
Yoonas.
last words? Any last words?
Any hints on who our
Any
next
last
co-host
words?
are?
He might return as a
Sign us off,
guest.
Ahyan.
You guys suck as hosts, man.